This is Steve Bruce for BLR. Our Eye on the Election coverage aims to help employers understand the workplace ramifications of the upcoming election. No matter who wins on November 6th, there will be new challenges for employers. Joining me today to give expert insight on what we can expect are BLR's managing editors, Patricia Traynor for HR, Claire Condon for Environmental, and Dave Galt for Safety.
Well, neither candidate, either Obama nor Romney, have said anything that I know of specific about workplace safety and health. But in general terms, both of them have talked in different contexts about keeping workers or keeping Americans safe. And that could be public safety, workplace, either one. But we get some insight when you look at the written platforms, the Democratic and the Republican platforms, on what they would do regarding worker safety. So, for example, the Democratic platform states OSHA will continue to adopt and enforce comprehensive safety standards. And that they have other statements similar to that, but that's pretty much sums up what the Democratic platform is. The Republican platform says looking for a balance of public safety goals with job creation. Regulation should be a helpful guide, not a punitive threat. And the bottom line in regulation is jobs. There wasn't anything else specific about workplace safety, but that gives you a general idea of what they're looking at. And as far as actions of the current Obama administration and previous Republican administrations, because obviously we don't know we don't have a record for Romney on this on a national level. Secretary Solis, Secretary of Labor, said when she started, there is a new sheriff in town when it comes to workplace safety. And since then, there has been an increase in enforcement levels. OSHA has hired new inspectors to inspect workplaces, and they've increased penalties for violations. So if the Obama administration is reelected, you'll probably see more of the same. I don't know if it'll increase or decrease, but you'll see definite emphasis on enforcement. If a Romney administration is elected, from history you would probably see more of an emphasis on compliance assistance as opposed to enforcement. Obviously there'll still be enforcement efforts, but the emphasis will probably shift to compliance assistance and possibly a reduced emphasis on enforcement, but that remains to be seen. So for general OSHA activity, when it comes to regulations, what can we expect in the next 4 years, no matter who gets elected? Things will probably continue to march on. As Secretary Michaels, Secretary of Occupational Safety and Health Administration, said, it takes 8 years to promulgate new regulations, and often they cross between administrations. Give you just a couple of examples. What can you expect in the next year or so, no matter who gets elected? You will see a new regulation for the electric power and transmission and distribution, or electric utilities and other types of utilities. A rule for improving electrical protective equipment, foot protection, and area lifts, fall protection for installations. That's ready. It's been through the Office of Management and Budget. It was going forward with the Bush administration as well as the Obama administration, so we might see a rule come out anytime for that industry. Another is slips, trips, and falls, which the agency calls walking and working surfaces for general industry. You'll see improvements in personal fall protection systems to reflect new technologies. That rule, that revision to the slips, trips, and falls rule is pending to come out. Again, that's a Bush administration and Obama administration rule, and it's ready to come out. That could come out at any time. And another one is confined spaces in construction. That's also a final rule that OSHA is putting final touches on. It might not come out as quickly as the other two, but that's something that's in the pipeline. And one other thing that might be helpful is the silica. There's a possible silica rule coming out. Don't see that. Look for that anytime soon. I'll just sum it up saying that no matter who gets elected, that's that's just a proposed rule.
Dust in the wind.
Yeah. Combustible dust rule. No rule's been drafted yet. That's on the 8-year timeline, somewhere along the way there. And that's kind of what you might expect short term for regulatory activity.